Hello everyone, so welcome to CyberSec Live, and today we are going to discuss about a case study of ICDID malware, that what it is and what was the history, what is the process, what is the mitigation and impact on any organization or an individual. So before starting this, if you didn't watch the previous video regarding the Emotet malware, which is also the banking Trojan, so you can just click on that I button and you will be redirected to that video. And also there is one of the main thing is that there is a free course which is given by CyberSec Live regarding a phishing email, the full analysis of that phishing email. So you can just go down in the description and you can find the link. And don't forget just to apply this coupon code, that is CyberSec Live. Without a space. So once you will apply this CyberSec Live coupon code, that course will be free for you. I hope you will get that free course. Okay, so uh, let me show you the screen. So the first one we have ICDID malware. We will talk about that what it is. So it's a banking Trojan, as we were discussing, and it steals login credentials for online banking sessions. So don't go on this word, on the particular this word. So it can also steal your different types of data, right? Not only the credentials. And it is also not known as BOCBot, which is a module banking Trojan that targets user financial information as well. So as I said, not only the banking sessions, and it is capable of acting as a dropper for other malware. So it can, apart from just stealing your credentials or your, you can say, other data, it can also have a capability to drop the other malware, and we will discuss it, that how it actually drop those malwares. And it uses a man in the browser attack to steal financial information. So this thing I think we already discussed. Okay, so it uses the steganography tactic. Now the guys, what is steganography? Okay, so in that case, steganography is nothing but hiding of any data in an image. So if you are a security analyst and if you are having some image, make sure that image having some link or not. So make sure that analyze those images. It might be happen that there is some link, there is some URL in that image, or something which is hidden in in that image. So that is what is steganography, that is hiding of any data in the image. That technique is known as steganography. Okay, so history. It was found in the year 2017 or in the autumn season, and after that, this malware is very dangerous for all the organization, mainly for the North America, I can say. So researchers have investigated a lot of things about that, and they get to know that yeah, this is nearly about similar to, you can say, Emotet. But in that case, this you can say ICDID used steganography. It uses an image that I will show you that how it is actually using. Okay. So, so now the case is that how you will identify, not an analyst, but also you are, if you are an individual, that how you will analyze. So that's a very good questions, I can say. So initially, how the, you can say, ICDID, how it will attack. So it will attack, or you will send you a mail which is having a attachment, maybe with the name of request.zip, or maybe you can say something else, right? And you can see that there is some password 626ds, right, and the attached file. So these are the two things you need to focus on that, because uh, whenever you are getting any image file, sorry, image file, I'm not so sorry, so not the image file, actually the attachment. So whenever you are getting that attachment, make sure that you are analyzing those attachment in a sandbox. In which sandbox you will analyze? maybe you can analyze in the any.run in hybrid analysis, and there are a lot of more sandboxing. And if you are an organization and you already have a paid sandbox, I would suggest that please make sure that yeah, you are analyzing those things in that sandbox. So do not save this file on your system. You can directly just save the email, and you can directly open this attachment in your sandbox. So once you will open that Word document, it will show like that, this one. So it will ask you to enable this content, right? So once you will enable this content, there is a image, right? Once you will enable these contents, the macros will active. And so what is macros now? So macros, you can say the set of instruction or set of instruction which is predefined. There is something which is already defined in that particular instruction by that attacker or by that hacker. So after enabling it, the macros will directly you can say directly start functioning with the help of PowerShell, and it will start communicating to the CNC server. So you can see here that there is an image, and if you will see in the actual system, in the actual file, if you will receive that, there will be some. If you will right click on that, you will get some of the URL. So that's how it's working. And let me show you one more example. So this is the second example I'm showing you, that this is one of the email and request.gif with the same you can say with the same uh, PDF file, or sorry, .zip file name, and having the different password. Okay, so this is what how you will identify that whether it's a ICD-ID malware or not. So make sure that if there is something image in that, it means it's a ICD-ID. If there is no image and there is a link, then you can be sure about that it might be a emotet. So that's the only difference I can say. Okay, so here is the working. Here's the full working. So let me show you that how it's working. So firstly, let's say an attacker send you a email, right? Email with the attachment, and that malicious document you just opened it. So once you will open it and you will enable it, the script here is the macros, right? So I already told you about the macros, that there is some predefined instruction which is already given to macros, and it will follow those instruction. So it will install and it will directly communicate to the C2 server, means command and control, right? So after this, what will happen? It will start changing in the registry, wherever it wants to change or modify. So it will start changing in the registry, because after installation, definitely there will be something changes in the registry. Then the process, and then again it will connect to C2 server. Why it will again connect to C2 server? Because it will drop some other malware too. So other malwares, maybe something different, maybe some ransomware, maybe some encrypted files, something else, or maybe some you can say some other viruses as well. So those are the things it will try to drop. So once it will get the connection, it will launch those things, and here you can say it will again communicate to those servers to just to send all the signals and all the communications to be ready. And here is the persistent means what is the meaning of persistent? Means uh, once the attacker comes in your organization or in your environment, he wants to be in your environment, and whenever he again come, he just directly want a direct connection. So that's what persistent. It's make a continuous connection in your environment. So that's why that is known as persistent. And you can see here task scheduler and then encrypted binary. So that's what a full process of ICD-ID malware I hope you got to understand that whenever you will having a email attachment, then how you have to analyze, right? So Sandbox is one of the best thing where you can analyze those things. And any.run, I'm just telling for the example that I on you can analyze those things on any.run sandbox. Okay, guys. So, what is the impact? What can be the impact on any organization or any individual? So, first thing is definitely the stealing of banking logins, financial data, even the Bitcoin wallets, credentials. It can also drop other malwares, right? As I showed you. Uh, so, which can damage the whole network or system. It can also encrypt the data and can use a ransomware. So it can also put those things, and that's the if they will ask for the ransom, that's going to be a very difficult for any organization or any individual. Okay, so let me. So we have before the attack and after the attack. So what are the mitigations you can just take the precautions or mitigations you can take. So before the attack, you can just always check your emails carefully and watch out for these things: attachment or embedded links from unknown sender. If there is any unknown sender, if there is an attachment, then make sure that you are handling those things very carefully. Message with a sense of urgency asking you to download something. So don't you can say don't download just by seeing that message that yeah, there is some urgency. So you need to check those things. And offers with a promised reward that sounds too good to be true. These are the things may come for you. So if you are an analyst, if you are a individual person, make sure that don't panic if if there is anything coming with the urgency and asking you to download something or rewarding you. So be patient and just analyze those things whether it's correct or not. So now let's say our attack is happened. ICD-ID has been installed in your environment or on a single you can say system. Then what you will do? So basically the first step is isolate the system. This is the first step, your should be your first step, because if you will not isolate the system, the whole network of your organization is going to be damaged, right? And second one is patch and clean the infected system. Those are the infected system. Just clean that, clean those things, and make sure that all the patches has been installed. And third thing is very important, that you will have to block all the observables, all the IOCs in your environment, whether it's related to any of the domain, URL, even the you can say IPs. So whatever the observables or IOCs you found for that ICID malware, you will have to block those things in your environment. And port 80, please make sure that do not work on that port 80. If that port 80 is open, make sure that your no services are running on that, because mainly the main attack only happened through that port 80. These type of malwares I can say. So that's what the mitigation and impact of you can say ICD-ID. I hope I'm able to make you understand. I just quickly wrap up these videos because I know your time, mine time, every person has some limited time, and uh, everybody has some work related to everything. So so last thing is that guys, if you want to follow us, you can follow on this LinkedIn. We have a page, cybersec live, and we are available on every social media, that is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube you are watching this video, right? And Telegram as well. So that's it from our side, and there is a special offer which is I already spoke about that. There is a free course on Udemy, and just uh, apply this coupon cybersec live and you will get a free course. So thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.